Hey everybody, Cynthia here. I'm back with my Halloween series, and I'm back with the treat box I told you guys I was going to make, and I just wanted to show you some of the supplies I used. I had these Darcy's Heart and Home stamp sets. I've had them for quite a while in my collection, and there's a witch with the hat, and then there's a vampire, says have a fantastic Halloween. And a lot of people used these as bag toppers. Well, I decided to use the Mummy Munchies stamp set. And I purchased these a very long time ago from Not Too Shabby Shop. I'll link her shop below, but I don't think she has these anymore. And I will also put, if this is still available, the Darcy's Heart and Home website. But I don't know, you might be able to find these on Amazon. Anyway, you guys decorate your box however you'd like. I'm just sharing with you the supplies that I used. And then I loved the way this was colored up. So I used my Master's Touch markers from Hobby Lobby. They're alcohol markers. And I used 182 Frost Blue for the eyes. And then to create the veins, I used 131 Skin White. I used 59 Pale Green, CG 0.5 Cool Gray, and then I used 83 Lavender. And then I also used my blender pen to blend some of the colors in. I used my Spiderweb embossing folder. I purchased this on Amazon. If they still have it, I'll link it below. And this is my cute little guy that I have for our project, and then I'll show you how I dirtied up his stitches. And what I mean by that is this is the treat box we're making today. I think he turned out so stinking cute. But if you can see the veins in his eyes, that's where I used the pink. And then I used my blender pen to kind of blend this out and stamp the Mummy Munchies in there. I also used my Spiderweb embossing folder, and then I inked it up with Black Soot Distress Ink by Tim Holtz Ranger. And of course I filled it with those chocolates we made in a previous video. And these treat bags, oh my gosh, aren't they cute? Let me show you. I swear I got these at the Dollar Tree. Does this look like a Dollar Tree bag, guys? Anyway, I've had them in my stash forever, but I thought, oh my gosh, these are so stinking cute. I'm going to use that to place the chocolates inside. But it's basically another door hanger treat box. About 2 years ago, we made the Boo box, and this one was rather large. And I absolutely loved it. I sold out of every box except for 2 at my craft show. And I did cover the back of this one, but for this video I wanted to keep it super simple. I did not cover the back. If you would like to cover the back, it's the same mat size as the one for the inside of the box. Okay, so this is what we're making today. And there's like 10 or 12 chocolates in here, so that's a pretty decent amount. It's pretty heavy. So what I did was I used my circle stitch dies, and I'll show you how to do this to make the ring, just to kind of reinforce it so that it doesn't tear. I might go back and cover the back just to make it a little more sturdy, but I think it came out super sweet. So let's get started. Okay, for the let me take the chocolates out. For the ring that goes around the box, when you have your dies in it, all you need to do is put, now I have a magnet. If yours isn't magnetic, You could just put some washi tape here to hold it together. But you're basically going to put these rings in. You're going to cover it with cardstock, and it's going to come out and it's going to look like this. This is the ring, and this circle die you could use for something else. Okay, this inside die is the actual size I used to cut the hole, and this one measures about 2.5 inches. Okay, so all I did was go up one size from that, place it on there. You could put washi tape over so it doesn't move, like I said, and you can create a ring. You don't have to, I just did it that way. So 2.5 inch circle is what I used. And I'm just going to place these back on here. And get rid of this. Now the only thing that I didn't like, I was trying to use my lavender cardstock because I thought it really blended well with this. But when you run this through, you kind of lose your embossing a little bit on the inside. Not too much, but it does flatten it out a bit. But you still have the pretty embossing, you know, on the outside if you wanted it that way. So anyway, let's get started making the box. Make sure I'm in camera for this. Okay, so what you're going to need is a sheet that measures 11 by 5. You're going to line it up at the 5-inch mark, and you're going to score at 1 inch. And then you want to face it on the opposite side, turn it to the opposite side, and score at 1 inch again. Then you're going to want to line it up at the 11-inch mark. You're going to score at 3, 4, and then when you score here at the 7-inch, you don't want to score all the way across. You just want to score on this tab here, right up to the score line. So score at 7, right up to that score line there, and don't go past it. And then flip it right around, line it up again, score at 7, straight across, right to that score line. Okay, so your paper should look like this. And then before I fold up my score lines, all we're going to do is cut these 2 top tabs off. So let me find my scissors. And you're going to cut across here, and you're going to do the same thing on this side. Cut up on the score line, right up to that tab mark, and cut across. Okay, so this is the actual door hanger part. These are going to be our tabs to fold in and fold up. So what I want you to do, see this little tab here? You're going to cut on this score line and this score line to create that center tab. Flip it around, do the same thing on this side, cut up on the score line and this score line to create that center tab. Now before I fold up any more score lines, I'm going to mat the inside of my box. That mat measures 6 7/8 by 2 7/8. You really don't have to go all the way down. I just decided to do it to make it more sturdy. You could probably just go right about to here because you're going to be folding this box up. And if you want to mat the back to make it really sturdy, you're going to use the same exact size. Okay? So 6 7/8 by 2 7/8. And I already inked it up and embossed it for the video. I'm just going to line that up and it leaves a little bit of a black border. And now, before we even fold up or mat anything else, we're going to want to get out our 2.5 inch circle, and we're going to run this through. Going to line it up and run it through your embossing folder, or your your cutting machine. So I'm going to lay it on here and put that face down and take it off camera real quick and run it through my machine. Okay, and now you have your door hanger hole cut out, and you could use this to make an embellishment later if you'd like. And then we had already cut out the border to go around that circle, so let me get this out of the way. Put my die back before I lose it. I'm going to put this on here right now. I love the look of the stitching in these circle dies. I think they're so cute. And I'm pretty sure I got these on Amazon, so if I can find a link for you guys, I will definitely post it below. And then I could still see some of my purple around the inside of the ring. Can you see that? So all I did was get more of that black soot, and I kind of went and rubbed the ink around the inside just to darken that up a little bit. But mainly, I mean, this is all optional to make this ring. I just thought it might make it a little sturdier, but it's not necessary. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm going to fold up my other score lines. Okay, so what we're going to do is put glue on these two tabs. Just going to show you really quick before we mat it. You're going to fold this up. This tab is going to go with this side, and you're going to glue it like that. Same way with this side. Pull the sides up, and then you're going to fold this box over and these two down. And it's a super simple way of creating a door hanger treat box. But before I do that, I want to mat the front and the two sides here. So I'm just going to flip it over. The bottom of the box and the two sides measure 2 7/8 by 7/8. And you'll need 3 of those. I just like to mat my box first. It just makes it easier for me. And then the front piece here, that measures 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And you can use any kind of designer paper you want. You don't have to, you know, run it through your embossing folder and all that. I just did it because I thought it looked kind of cute. But I had forgotten that we had to run the, we had to run this back through the machine to create our circle here. So it does flatten this out a little bit, which I was like, I was disappointed, but that's okay. It still looks super cute. Okay, so I put glue on those 2 tabs. I'm going to fold this up and this side to meet. And I'm going to push that down with my bone folder just to make sure it's nice and adhered to the side. And I'll do the same thing over here. Okay, and then these 2 tabs here, I'm going to add the glue to the inside of those 2 flaps. And we're just going to fold it up and fold the flaps down. And I'm going to gently run my bone folder on the inside so I don't push down any of that embossing. And like I said, you could cover the back. And that's it. I'm going to get my ribbon here. I used a green and white gingham ribbon. And this ribbon I got from Paper Mart, and it's a 3/8 inch wide ribbon, in case you're interested. And the roll is 25 yards. So I've had it for quite a while. But this is a really pretty color for not only Halloween time, but it's really pretty for Easter. Like Easter projects, if you do those, or springtime, even Christmas, because a lot of the greens are nice and bright in the papers, so this color match is pretty good. And just going to heat seal that with my lighter. Put this aside. Add a little dab of glue, hot glue. Glue that to the top. And then for my mummy here, I did do the stitching in gray, but I wanted it to look a little dirtier. So I just took the tip, the very edge of my ink pad here, and I just kind of rubbed it real gentle. Maybe you guys can see it showing up, hopefully, on the stitching. Just to kind of dirty it up a little so it looked old and tattered. But I didn't want it to get on the rest of my thing. But that's the finished look it gives. So I really liked how that turned out. And I'm just going to flip this over because I did make it dimensional. I used a few of these Pop Dot adhesives that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I've been using these a while. They work really well for me. The only thing I would say is if you don't want it really dimensional and really high, you may want to go with the tape. The dimensional tape's a little bit thinner. That you buy from the Crafters Fair section. That looks like this. You can get like 3 rolls of this. This is a little bit thinner than the Pop Dots here, but I like them both. There was a couple of times they didn't have the tape, the rolls of tape when I went, so I picked up these Pop Dots and they worked really well for the project that I was doing. I'm just going to line it up here But I think I'm going to make some Frankenstein ones too as soon as I can find my Frankie stamp. I don't know what. I must have put it in with my other Christmas stamps or something, 'cause sometimes I have those things out at the same time. And then this top of this little tombstone here is going to sit on there. So I'm just going to add some pop dots to the bottom and the middle. And then I'm going to hang these on my coworkers' classroom doors, just to kind of give them a little, here's a boo, you've been booed. But this year you've been mummied. Just to give them a little treat. Work's been really tough for a lot of us, and most of us actually this year. So I think they could use a little chocolate pick-me-up, you know? A little handmade gift to let them know someone cares or is thinking of them. And then I'm just going to push that glue down there. And that's it, guys. That is our Mummy Munchies treat box. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up as it helps my channel to grow. Thank you so much. You guys take care and happy crafting.